All right, top, this Arctic blast will have school maintenance workers on alert. Heat outages and broken pipes are always a risk when those single-digit temperatures threaten the region.
So in Prince George's County, aging buildings are a particular issue. Scott Broom is on that for us tonight.
More than half of Prince George's County's nearly 200 school buildings are over 40 years old, making keeping the heat on a particular challenge. When students returned for the Martin Luther King holiday, two schools, Glen Arden Woods and Porttown Elementary, were unable to open due to heating system failures. The problems were repaired quickly by maintenance crews who chronicle their efforts on Twitter, often on nights and weekends, to make repairs to keep kids in class. Last year, this dramatic video showed burst pipes at Bowie High School. All signs of stress for a large school district with a lot of old buildings. Putting the issue on the interim school CEO's radar, we have taken a proactive approach, Dr. Monica Goldson's office said in a statement today. Preparations began last summer and we are regularly monitoring the work. A lack of air conditioning is also an issue, forcing the county to close early during an oppressive heat wave in September. But cold comes with a risk of serious damage from the possibility of burst pipes. Here in Prince George's County, maintenance-related closures due to no heat have been limited to just 2 so far this season. But tonight brings the toughest test of the season so far, as this school system and others battle to keep the heat on. Scott Broom, WUSA 9.
So a boiler failure at Springbrook High School in Montgomery County forced that school to close yesterday. And some area school systems have already announced that they'll open 2 hours late. Those include Montgomery, Fairfax, and Arlington counties. We've got the complete list on our WUSA 9 app and WUSA9.com.